Good evening, everyone. So yesterday and day before yesterday, we discussed about normal change and standard change, correct? So let's discuss today the emergency change. Then we will also have a comparison between three different changes, correct? So then we will take it how do we practice workflows, flow designers, and all those things. So we'll do that. Now let's go to our class. Let me share my screen. I hope you are able to see my screen, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we discussed already what is emergency change. Can anyone help me to understand what is emergency change as per you? We learned the day before yesterday, correct? What is emergency change? So can you read out anyone? Can you read out what is emergency change? Yeah. Emergency change is a high priority change that must implement immediately to fix some critical issues such as a major outage, security breach, system failure, where where waiting for normal approval process would cause significant business impact. Okay. So what they are saying is, okay, very simple they are saying. So let's get into, suppose normal change we will raise today, correct? What will happen normal change? Normal change required a cab approval, correct? So when do cab will happen? Weekly once, correct? Weekly once. Suppose every Tuesday cab will happen, okay? But Tuesday evening we feel some issue is there. To fix this issue, we need to upgrade RAM or CPU or security patch, correct? So when we want to do this one, Tuesday evening we found out that this has to be implemented immediately. Now you cannot wait again next to Tuesday, correct? So what will happen? Then they will raise the emergency change and they will try to do it immediately. Because if you are not doing this change, so there might be chances of data breach. What is data breach? Anyone can help me to understand what is data breach? So you guys might be studied during your BTech or degree days, as per my understanding. So data breach is nothing but somebody took our data and utilizing. Suppose you have suppose I have my bank passwords, username and password. So somebody was able to take them and trying to log in into the bank app, right? So then what will happen? So they would be able to cash out, take it out, cash us, correct? So during that time, so we need to change immediately all my passwords. Then only I would be able to sustain. Otherwise, my banks will be hacked by someone and they will transfer money to some other accounts. All those things will happen. So I need to change my password, correct? To do that, in normal IT languages, you need to have some procedure which is the emergency change. Okay. So if suppose I found I'm getting OTPs or I'm getting SMS saying that you try to log in into your bank account, which is failed to log in, correct? So then immediately what you will do? You will call customer care or you will block your account, correct? So that's what you will do it. So similar way, you want to change immediately your password or login pin or whatever, correct? So to do that in IT language, you need to raise a change. First, you will raise a incident that somebody is trying to hack my data. Then you will raise a change for implementing password change or RAM increase, CPU increase, or security patch increase, correct? So that is called your emergency change. And you cannot wait for a week, correct? If you wait, the business will get impacted. So hence, we would not be able to wait and we need to raise immediately incident. Based on the incident, we need to raise emergency change and execute it. This is in the normal layman language. What is emergency? Okay, you have to understand. So if somebody asks an interview, okay, this is the definition which you should be able to give it. Again, I'm telling you guys, please make sure from the day one, whatever notes I have given, please go through them. I'm sure within this, your all interview questions will be there. Okay. So that is one thing which you have to do it as part of your preparation or lab. Right. So now this is a original definition, but my explanation was completely this is how the normal emergency changes will be executed or would be executed. Correct. Now coming back, okay. So what is emergency? Emergency change is in the ServiceNow high priority change that must implement immediately to fix some critical issue, such as a outage, security breach, or system failure. So why we are executing an emergency change? Because the normal approval process will take huge time. During that time, there will be a business impact. Business impact is nothing but they will be able to crack our accounts and not transfer the money. All those things will be there. To control that, so we are using the emergency change and trying to change password, whatever, correct? So in short, what is answer? It's urgent, unplanned change done to restore service or prevent serious damage. So these are the things which you would be doing it. Okay. So this is the in short definition. Then purpose of the change. The goal is emergency change is restore services quickly after major incident. Suppose application was down because of the capacity, because of many people are trying to access, correct? So that is where you need to understand and you need to increase the memory or RAM to support the load of the system. Suppose downtime and business impact. So because of many people trying to access, okay, so change, I need to change some device, correct? So otherwise the device will go down. Suppose example take it in my office, I put it 100 Mbps, correct? 100 Mbps internet is not sufficient. Okay, while accessing, it was very slow or it was down because of many people connected. So it will impact my business. Anyone employees will not be able to work, correct? So then what will happen? Then immediately I will have to increase my bandwidth, utilize the bandwidth of my internet, correct? 100 Mbps to 300 or whatever, maybe I have to increase it without downtime, correct? So allow rapid implementation, immediate implementation with a minimum approval steps. So normally we discussed normal change will first will be raised any team member, then team lead will be doing access, then approvals. The business owner will approve, then change manager will approve, correct? But emergency change, only ECAB, okay, will be approved. There is no manager, nothing will be there. Only ECAB team will be approving it. Suppose you have a cab, we discussed about 5, 6 people, correct? The similar way, ECAB also will be having some senior guys who can access. So whenever you raise a change that I have to increase the memory, so I will assess what is that server, why is increasing. If we increase, what is the impact? Like, is there any downtime? Is there any business impact? Is there any money we will lose during this change? All those things they will verify quickly and approve the change. Those team members called ECAB. So Emergency Cab Advisory Board, correct? Change Advisory Board, Emergency Change Advisory Board. This is called ECAB. So what is the definition? Emergency Change Advisory Board. CAB means Change Advisory Board. These are the two differences you need to understand. Okay. So then key characteristics. What is this? It must implement immediately. Approval, fast track approval. Okay. So you'll be getting a fast track and testing limited to, see, normally if you are doing a normal change, you should go ahead and test and submit the test results, all those things, correct? Uh, you have to mention. Sorry, I am getting some messages. Let me understand. Okay. So there should not be much approvals and much testing also. You don't need to do testing and go ahead and do it. So normal change has to test, confirm UAT and bring that UAT results attached to change and do that. But here there is a limited test which you can do it whether after RAM implementation or implementation, whether it can be moved to production or not. Correct. So those are the limited tests. Then the documentation for the change, normal change, in case of you are done some development, if you are taking a normal change, you have to prepare complete documentation and submit before approval itself. But emergency change, the documentation can be done after implementation. There is no need of documentation which you have to do it. So risks. Normally, normal change means there will not be much planning, much testing. We all know, correct? So there will be a higher risks will be there compared to normal change. That is what they are saying. Origin, where do it will come? Normally from the major incident. First incident will be raised, from there we will get emergency change. Okay. Typically emergency change workflow, first it will be new. Okay. Here it is. First, let's go to at the end. So first it will go to new access, see, new access, authorize, implement, review and closed will be there. So what is it missing here? Schedule is missing, right here. So there are multiple, the phases will be reduced an emergency. We will see which all our phases are there. We will raise one emergency change and see it. But again, normal emergency change, all cannot be created. Whoever is a team members, everyone cannot be created. Only for particular people, they will allow you to create. So who is that particular people? Maybe each domain, one or two people. Suppose I am leading one of the domain ServiceNow. In my team member, my team, myself as a lead, and in case of I am in emergency, I'm outside, there is one more, my backup will be there, who will be my next successor. Next successor is nothing but who can take lead on behalf of me, correct? So those two, I'm sorry, those two team members can take a lead and create a emergency change. No others can create a emergency change, okay? So that is how only limited people will be having access to create a change itself of emergency, okay? So how do we will do that? We will do a restriction. Normally the change, emergency change model will not get displayed, okay? So this is the workflow like PIR. First, it will be created a change, then it will go for approval, then implementation, then PIR and closure will be there, okay? So example, emergency change when we do, when system is completely down, we need to restore it, okay? Or it is going to be down, we need to restore it. In case of security breach, suppose somebody theft my data, a server, they would be able to access. So I have to disable access for them or blocking IP address to outside the IP address outside the internet, all those things I have to do. So critical failure, reverting failed deployment causing service disruption. Suppose you developed some flow designer or flow, you move to production. After moving to production, complete system is not working. So what you have to do? You have to revert back that changes, correct? So during that time, you will raise emergency change and network issue. Suppose change router configuration to restore connectivity. So these are the examples which might be as emergency change. Again, you can go ahead and search in ChatGPT or Perplexity. So you would be getting a gooder idea. But again, I'm saying you need to practice a lot. You need to search, Google it, do it, most of them. Okay. Difference between the change types we discussed. Okay. One is standard change, which is a low risk, and pre-approved. Adding user to active directory is a standard change, correct? Medium change, medium cab approval needed, upgrade database and all those things. Emergency change, immediate or ECAB, applying hotfixes for outage. Okay, this is the differences. Always document the change after implementation. If you are doing any emergency change, you have to document it. That's what they are saying. Conduct PIR. Anyway, you have fixed the issue, you have to conduct PIR, post implementation review, correct? And you have to track the changes in the configuration item. Suppose you upgraded RAM, memory, earlier it was 16 GB, now you upgraded to 32 GB. So those all information you need to capture in CMDB, because CMDB will have memory, server details, all those information, correct? So those you need to manage it. So then review emergency change trend to identify reoccurring issues, like in case of multiple issues keep on coming. So you need to identify why these issues are causing for emergency change. That is also you need to do. So how do you create emergency change? Navigate to change, create change, emergency change, select it. So then the flow we will see directly in production, the system, our system. So this is our that. So when you type here change, correct? So first standard change we discussed about proposal, so templates, all those things, correct? So now here is the create change, correct? When you click create change, you have pre-approved, which is a standard change. You have two models, one is emergency and normal. So in case if you want to hide this one for all, there is a way, correct? So as an administrator, I would be getting both options. If you are normal ITL user, only normal will change. Then you have to give a change, emergency change role will be there, that you need to provide whoever want to create it. Okay. So you can pin it this once, so that it will be tagged to it here, correct? In the pin proposed here, all here, correct? All means emergency, normal and standard will be here. Pre-approved here, models, two models will be emergency and normal. Pinned, I pinned only this one and this one, so it will be here, right? Pinned is nothing but favorite you are making. So, so we selected increase capacity. I'm just writing. So we all know that what to write implementation plan and backout plan. Yesterday we discussed and schedule it. Schedule it maybe immediate, correct? So tonight only I will do 22 hours. Okay. So I will copy this one, 23. So within 1 hour, there is no cab required, right? It's a decab, correct? So you don't need to worry about that. So closer, you don't need to have it. So let's save it, this one. Again, we discussed this impact and all these things, correct? Now, suppose you see here, it is already in the new state. What is the next state? Request approval. Okay, so it is asking request approval. It is asking authorize from new to authorize directly. It is going. So then once it is approved, it is going to schedule. Once it is in schedule, you can click implement. Okay, once it is implemented, it will go to review and close it. Correct. So there is one phase access is not there in this uh, emergency change model. Okay, the rest of them it is there. You don't need from new to authorized. So to schedule, to implement it will be. Okay. So this is how the emergency change will be executed. Now coming back again, I think the same, correct? The access is not there here. So new authorized schedule is there, implement and review and close. So this is about the emergency change. So do you have any doubt till here, guys? So then we'll go for a flow designer or workflow, how to attach it. Sadiq, Abdul, I will. So we need to go to here under system. So there is a workflow, right? This is the place where we are workflow. Now table, show matching, this one. So this is about normal change task. This is standard change. Okay, this is about emergency change. So the emergency change task, emergency change, normal change. This is normal change request, correct? Change request, this one is that. So this is our target. First, let's do only this one. When I open this change, this is the workflow. So this is the workflow. So can anyone explain me this workflow if you understand? By this time you would be able to understand as per my understanding. I know. Okay. So the change will begin here. once you create, so then we the flow will wait. Somebody clicks as access, okay, then when he clicks access, then it will go to access. Once access is done, okay, then it will go for a approval, which is a cab approval. Once it is approved, okay, they have mentioned change approval policy. In case of that is there, okay, it will go here. Wait, otherwise it will, in case of it is rejected, it will send a notification and it will get rejected. Okay, in case of disagreed, it will come here and it will go here. It will go onto on hold. Okay, in case of approved, it will say approved. Okay, set value approved. Okay, then once it is approved all levels, here rejection, in case of rejected, the reject notification will go. In case of approved, it will set approved and it will go to the next levels, correct? So next levels are implementation, all those things are available, correct? So that is how your change flow will follow. After this approval, this is on hold. During the on hold is whenever there is any issue, it will go to on hold. Otherwise, it will disagreed. In case of disagreed while approving, it will go and go to on hold change. Otherwise, it will go to implementation. Implementation can be done by the team. So this is the flow, workflow, I can say, which is going to work for normal change. Okay. So can you please guys go through this workflow? I want similar workflow you guys to fill and showcase to me for a normal change or standard change. How do you tag it? This one, it's here. If you search here, published ones, change request. Here, change request is a full word or the name. You can use it. Then it is the table you have to attach. Then who has updated, all those things will be there. In case if you want to edit this one, you can go ahead and do edit. Not from there. Here only you can edit on the flow. Suppose here, correct? Checkout. We do checkout. From there, we would be doing a changes. In case you want to add some approval here, you can go ahead and add it. And again, lock it. Publish, which is lock means publish. So it will work on this way. So guys, please go through this workflow. You open one by one, first begin, then here, okay, what is that they have written, what is the step name? Okay, so we have to discuss this one in detail. We have to create a even flow workflow for any one of them, emergency change or normal change.